Iran, and they come forward at pace. Iranian women doing phenomenally well, still in the chase for a semi-final place. The men have done well here, but not quite made the cut into the top 12. But that's a superb finish. That's an inside ball to Beiji, and he finds the top of the net, and that's an opening goal within 30 seconds for Iran. Currently ranked 22nd in the world. They're going to improve on that. And that is obviously the first objective. Now Hong Kong, first serious possession for them. Hand passing it through, but nothing doing there really for So. And again, streaming out Jashi Dian. Recovers the ball. And that's the second goal, and that comes from Jamshidian. Up, pumping back. First string goalkeeper for this Iranian team, and they go 2 to the good. Playing very well here. They're well placed in this group. Hong Kong top, propping up the table. Not won a game yet, but Iranian men have won 2 already, and this is shaping up for their chance to win a third. In the end, Learn runs out of options, decides to take a shot, gets a shot clock reset in the corner. Very powerful looking Iranian team here. He's going to be joined in the corner by Zamoni, making life difficult for him. Oh, beautifully done. Back that forward, but it's just collected in turn by Ung. Very nicely done. Ung managing to get that into the net. So 2-1, 3 goals in the first 2.5 minutes. Let's see if this continues. Iran push forward. Big and strong, driving the Hong Kong-China line back, and that's a lovely inside pass. That's a superb piece of play. Inside pass to Molei. He doesn't take any prisoners there, fires it into the roof of the net. Difficult skill, but so many players have developed this over the years, and no different there. Molei, very confident up close, fast hands. Obstruction call against the Iranian team there, just inside the defence. And Hong Kong come again. Again, happy to shoot on the angles. That time it was Learn. Not getting much change. Goal being well kept by Jamshidian. Can So find his way out of the corner? What are the options here? It's very open. This is So here. Tries an underarm, swing shot, doesn't pay. Recycling, Hong Kong coming thick and fast at Iran, but Iran holding strong. You can see the light beginning to fade already. It's 3:05. It's a very overcast day now. We've had all kinds of weather here, but just an appropriate time to mention that the under-21 men's final this evening has been pulled forward by 15 minutes to try and make the most of the light, and the under-21 men's final will take place at 16:45 local time, so 15 minutes earlier than advertised. Iran, I think, ringing the changes. Oh no, 2 balls on the pitch. One will return to the line judge, and the other will start the game. And Jamshedian brings the ball up, passes to Airolahi. And there's a little, I don't know, confusion in the interchange almost there. Left it loose, but Aslan pumped out, really didn't get anything out of it. I think he was hopeful he might. And at pace, these two playmakers. But this inside passing from Iran has been phenomenal, and it's only been bettered really by the finishing. That time that was Fatehpur. Again, the skill of burying it in the top of the net. I've got to believe they've drilled that, because there's two fantastic examples from this team, and they're leading by 4-1 now, Iran, looking very, very comfortable. And I've not seen them before at this competition, been busy elsewhere when they've been playing, and I've heard very fine reports of them, and I can see why. And themselves a lot of favours here, and are under a lot of respect from the pundits and players alike. Playing a very nice style of polo, looking very strong. As I say, a bit unfortunate to miss out on the cut, be playing off in this group. And this group looking like it might be topped by the New Zealand men, but time will tell. Numbers forward, and really it could have been almost anyone scoring there. As it was, it fell to Gyasvand. Looking a little bit shell-shocked, the Hong Kong China team. I hope they can get something out of this. Been a bit outplayed in the first half of this half. Acquitted themselves well, but finding a bit up against it here. Looking to cut something back, but again, taking the tight angles. Seems to be a favoured tactic, but not really paying off. That was Ung that time. Shared the duties of shooting from those angles, Hong Kong, but not actually had any real product out of it. I think they're struggling to find some space for themselves. Goes inside, but again, already part intercepted. Fully intercepted down. That's another huge break. That's going forwards all the way for Aralahi, and he's got all the time in the world to miss. Well, I think you'll be hearing about that later this evening. And the backcourt pass to his opponent. Not his finest moment. Bit of dressing room banter be going on about that little interchange of play. Generally a very reliable player. One of their key playmakers, Aralahi, but on that occasion didn't acquit himself well. Oh, and that's nicely cut away. That is very, very good play. Looking for something on. Oh, that little lob shot not really going anywhere. And Iran come again. Some of the personal skill set of this Iranian team very good already. Oh, commentator's curse, throwing it out there. I wonder if this little bit of inconsistency in their game's what's led them to this group, because the highlights of their game are superb. Just subbed on Beiji for Iran, came on so powerful, just swept into position. And here we go again. Jamshedian on his own, I think. Is he going to take it himself? Yes, he is. Off the top bar, down and out for a corner. So the free-flowing, easy-scoring Iranians have stalled a little bit. Two chances just missed the target. And prior to that, they've been absolutely faultless. Sure, they'll get back on song, but having to dig this out, working hard there. Jamshedian looking for a bit of something, and that, I think, Yeah, I think he was right. I think there was a paddle across his chest, and that's what he was complaining about. And so for Hong Kong, China, the captain has taken a green card for that. That'll be a power play sending off. I don't think it's a penalty. I think, oh, my bad, it is indeed a penalty. Jamshidian is going to get to take his penalty, and absolutely no question about that, buried. So Hong Kong, China back to 5 players, but already now with 1:30 left on the half, Iran have a 5-goal lead. Trying to just steady themselves here, very wise, just get on top of this game. They don't want to leak too much more. But every time possession turns over for Iran, they're streaming forwards. They're looking for this. Clearly want to put a marker down, get some goal difference, always handy in the group. Never know what's going to happen next. Other teams in this group: New Zealand men, Malaysian men, USA men. So a nice mixed bag of global teams. And Iran come again. 2 left-handed players interchange there, but this is just brutal, absolutely brutal. And that's a penalty. Came on, didn't have many options really, learn, and he just straight into the side of his opponent, gets sent off for his trouble, gives away a penalty. And Leung will be replaced in goal by Ung, who will unfortunately for him have to face Jamshidian. And once again, we have a power play sending off. 20 seconds on the clock. Jamshidian's last penalty was an absolute blaster, but that one was saved, and saved with some confidence, to be honest. Absolutely rock solid behind it, and that was Ung in the goal. And as we drift down to half-time, going to squeeze down to half-time, that's a great save. And unfortunately for Hong Kong, China, all to no avail, because when that rebound dropped to Beiji, he stuck it in the net. So there will be just about time for a restart throw here, but 4 seconds on the clock, and we will be down going into the half-time break. Well, not a bad effort, got it in the air. If it had been on target, it would have had to be saved, or it would have been a goal, but as it is, goal line throw is the final call for the half. And the teams change ends. We will name check these teams properly this time. But just my opportunity to remind you that the final for the under-21 men's competition has moved forward by 15 minutes and will be played at 16:45 local time, so 15 minutes prior to advertised. Please do not miss that. It'll be a superb game, I have no doubt, but that game is now going to be 15 minutes ahead of schedule. Just a moment as we face the Iranian team. They're looking good, still quite excitable, driving themselves on, clearly always wanting more. They are number 1, Jamshidian. Number 2, the captain, Arolihe. Number 3, Giyasvand. Number 4, Molei. Number 5, Fatupur. Number 6, Beiji. Number 7, Zamoni. Number 8, Soltani. And as we look at the Hong Kong team, we have number 1, So. Number 2, Lam. Number 3, Learn. Number 4, Ho. Number 5, Lo. Number 6, Ung. Number 7, Learn. Number 8, Lo. Number 9, So. And number 10, So. Not all 10 of those obviously playing in this game, but they will have joined, no doubt, and supported their teams in various guises. We are going to be ready to start this game shortly. Just to give you the context, this game is a grouping game, which allows for these teams to qualify in for the places 13th to 18th place, and they are trying to jump. I'm just trying to see where MS jumps to. So top of the group can achieve 13th. Yes, that's correct. So 13th to 18th. These teams going likely to be playing in the middle of that. Hong Kong propping the table, but Iran men, the good win here will push them up into the top two in the table, and that will give them a chance to play for a much higher ranking. That's what they'll be aiming for. And the referee lines the teams up, and we will be away very shortly with the second half of this game. And that's a comfortable win for Aralahi. And Iran continuing second half in the manner in which they finished the first, which is a powerful display really of their abilities. Illegal kayak tackle, and Hong Kong China to be allowed to take that. That's a first deliberate foul warning for number 1 from Iran, Jamshidian. I'm not sure if he saw that, very clearly signalled by the referee. I hope the Iranian coach would have noticed that and could pass that on. That's a push onto the boat, which is an illegal tackle, and now Iran come again, and this time it falls to Malay to place that really in the back of the net. And this lead stretching away, I have to say. Malay makes it 8-1. And Hong Kong China now can't buy a break. Body language not so good for them. You need to turn this around. Try and get something, maybe just another goal to give them a bit of encouragement. Must be quite difficult as the temperature drops and the light drops and the scoreline creeps away from you. They've got some good skills and they want to just show the best they can, I've no doubt about that. And this is So trying to make something happen, but he's just robbed, and the Iran are away at pace and in numbers. On his own now, but finishes it easily. It was a great chase down from Lam, but the truth of the matter is that Arale, he just did not need to back up Jamshidian. Good practice normally would be to be, but I think he just thought his man was home and hosed, and indeed he was. Got it in the net, and so 9-1. The dreaded 10 beckons. So tries to drive forward and look. A lot of these shots have come from here. Tries to just take a bit of speed off, hopes that works, but it bounces off the top bar. That's a long ball forwards, and once again outnumbering their opponents here up this front. And it's really the Jamshidian show now. Arale could have joined him, could have been either of them. I've lost track of who scored how many goals, but those two seem to be on the front and just ready to drop 2 gears and sprint the moment they have to. And the powerful defence for Iran has been plucking the ball out and just setting them on their way. So I can't actually see a change to that. And this is Jamshid now on a chase. They're obviously enjoying themselves. Danders up. Scoreline's favouring them massively. They can roll the dice, take a few chances, have a bit of fun, and that's obviously what they're doing. Some huge throws on this. That's a massive and very, very impressive pass. Jamshidian scores another goal and gets a round of applause, but that pass from Sultani is absolutely top draw. If we see a pass like that in the senior men's final tomorrow, it will get a huge round of applause from the crowd. And we're down here at this point in the game. That was a pass virtually the entire length of the pitch directly into his hands. That is top-notch stuff. Obviously the goal scorers get all the glory, but that assist, absolutely superb. Sultani should be proud of that. Oh, and that's a nice finish. That is Ho getting a chance to show what he can do. It was a lovely, beautifully placed, hard, high, on the target. The graphic says it was Malay, but I promise you it was not. That was Ho. And the response instantaneous. That was Jamshidian. Absolutely brutal, this scoreline, but I really would just like to praise that Hong Kong goal. Superb. It won't mean a lot to them, but it's nice to see that they have got that skill set, just really being so dominated by Iran that they're not getting a chance to show what they can do. Nice work from both teams there, but as usual, the rub of the green in this game goes Iran's way. What is it they say? The harder you work, the luckier you get. And they're working hard and they're getting very, very lucky. That is superb. Jamshidian again. If he was putting a piece of tape, white tape on his boat for every goal he scored, he'd have a white boat by now. That is well done. Must be wondering what they can do here, Hong Kong. Every time they attack, the Iranians seem to be just sprinting and breaking on them. The pressure's huge. Big, strong Iranian men really got their mojo here. Everything is going their way and they're making it work. And look at that. That's just beautiful to see. That would be worthy in any game. And once again, they're setting up Jamshidian. There is a top scorer trophy at this event. There is at the Worlds. The stats are there, and I can't help wondering if Iran are thinking if there's only one trophy we can win, we'll win it through Jamshidian, because they're setting him up for that. There was no need for that, and they just passed it to him to score. Look at this. Yep, absolute. Oh, yep, when it's working for you, it's working for you. And funnily enough, he wins the ball, passes it off, but gets it back. Yep, surely Jamshidian is scoring enough goals here. I don't have the current stats prior to this game in front of me. We do have them, but putting so many on here, it's going to be hard for anyone to beat him. Hong Kong not quite done, but that shot going wide, and I know what the outcome of that is going to be. That's going to be another banging pass. Remember that last pass that was made by Sultani? Let's see what he can do here. Our little cross-court one, disappointing for me. I was looking for another beauty like that bit last time. So, Iran, forwards. Surely someone else is going to get a chance to score a goal. No, Jamshidian, they're working for him 100% now. No question in my mind. Yeah, look at him. No wonder he's got a smile on his face. It's more goals than I scored in my career he scored in this game, I think. And with 4 minutes to go, the Hong Kong China team got to try and find something. As I say, when they get a chance, they've shown us some good skills here. But I really think that this has turned into the Jamshidian show. And they've got a part to play in it, but really they're not going to get back into this. Best they can do is show a little bit off, play themselves in, come back tomorrow for the last game. Over the top, instant pressure. And of course, Jamshidyan's off. Of course, he gets an assist from his teammate, Aralei. And of course, the upshot is yet another goal. (16-2), at least 12 of them must be Jamshidyan, I think, in this game. Can't help imagining that there's a 20 beckoning here, which will be a difficult pill to swallow for the Hong Kong team. They don't deserve that, but I'm afraid the Iranians have got a game plan that they will be executing against anyone. Yeah, Jamshidyan just lets his opponent, Bei Ung, slide through. Someone else will deal with him and set me free. And they are virtually defending with 4 now, Iran, so that Jamshidyan can be free to break. You can see it, he's just looking for nothing else. And if he has to, no, he even lets this, not even collecting it himself, he's off, his team will collect it and he'll get the one-on-one. That one-on-one we learn, but just blown past. Well, in 20 more years, when they say, do you remember this Iranian guy who scored 35 goals at the championship in China? I'll say, yeah, I was there. I don't know what his tally for the week will be, but building heavily. Still working hard to win it and still getting backed up by his team to win it. Joining the fray, Zamoni, and he wins it, and of course he's on script. It's going to be a pass here, but I'm stake my house on the fact there'll be a return. Ha! And I knew it, you knew it, so knew it in the Hong Kong defence. If there was one job he could do, he knew where that was coming. And now we get a break in the routine. It's Beggy. He interrupts the run. Takes one for himself. And under 2 minutes, here we go. So the only thing you can celebrate there is I knew what you were going to do and I stopped you doing it. And that's his job, and I'm sorry. But once you're in this mood, that one was not a goal. I was about to say he made it and scored it himself, but he didn't. He made it and didn't score it himself. I don't think it'll affect very much of anything, but nice to know he is fallible, but he just puts another on the ticket. Jamshidyan. And a nice close-up of him there just to let you know who it was. Over a minute to go. How many goals is that? Low. Low digs it out to Lam, but that was going low before it was touched out. But it's a corner. At least it keeps Hong Kong on the attack. And be taken by So, but really I would think from their point of view, if they can keep this mistake free and just keep the possessions going forwards. But right there we've got Ung under a huge amount of pressure. And they ran out, pressuring them, playing very, very well here. But Hong Kong at least having a run of possession, keeping up. They've got the shot clock is the game clock. If they can keep this going, they're playing like it's 5 out and they're a goal ahead. Iran are chasing the game here to all intents and purposes, even though they have an 18-goal lead. And I don't know if you can see, because out of shot to your right is Jamshidyan waiting for, should his team win this, ball back for them to punt it up to him. He's not even in shot for you. I can see him. He's sat on the halfway line. and finishes the game set on the halfway line while the teams congratulate each other. He comes back in for the handshakes. Superb display from Iran there, really an absolute domination. Hong Kong tried to keep things ticking over, but they were really just outpowered and outskilled and out-Jamashimidianed. And so that game finishes 20-2 in favour of Iran. The next game on this pitch is an under-21 women's game for third place, and we will be back with you. That game starts in 5 minutes, and we will be back with you very shortly.